Alrighty, welcome, ladies. We are stop number 3 here for Table Rock Lake. This is just a little pre-meeting video, so we don't have to do a mandatory meeting. Wednesday night, if you all would like to cook out, please let me know. I will get hot dogs and hamburgers, and we can do a little optional, question and answer session like we did at Bull Shoals, and also grill some hot dogs and hamburgers and have some chips and stuff on the side. So just let me know if anybody wants to eat, and I will get the proper amount of stuff brought with me from the store. So going into the tournament, let me shut my door real quick so not everybody has to listen. All right, sorry about that. Going into the tournament here, this is stop number 3 of the Lady Bass Anglers Association tournament. We are launching out of Bar M Resort, which I wanted to kind of show how we're going to do idle buy and where weigh-in trailer and stuff like that will be set up. So I've got it pulled up here on Google Maps. Let's see if I can close that off and not make so much stuff on our page there. Okay, so this is Bar M Resort. Most of you all have been there all week practicing. But that being said, we are going to do idle buy and launch a little different. So hopefully most of you have slips. It is a single lane ramp, as most of you have seen, and it is going up that big hill. We are bringing a live release trailer along with the normal weigh-in trailer, and then they have an ATV for tournament days to be able to bring fish up and down up the hill to us, where you'll be able to weigh in, and then we'll keep your fish and then we'll take them and release them at a release point. Same thing in the morning. The ATV should be available for us as well, be able to run people up and down the hill. So the area that they want you parking boats at is going to be this old primitive campground area right here, is where they used to allow tent camping before the new owners bought it. They're slowly but surely turning it into more of a luxury RV campground and resort. So they want us to park our boats in these lots right here during the trailer or during the weigh-in day. Our weigh-in trailer is going to be right here by the pool or right here by the clubhouse, depending on how much room we have. And our weigh-in trailer, our live release trailer, will go right next to it. So we'll set up the trailer once we get down there on Wednesday, and then you'll see that better. So coming up, we'll have, if you're launching your boat that morning, come down one of these side roads. So either in front of the campgrounds over here or in front of the campgrounds over here in front of the office. And then we'll have somebody signaling you up or down if it's time to come down to drop your boat. So we'll allow 2 boats to go down at a time. So one boat and trailer will go down, get set up to back up. We'll pause the other one. And then the second one, once the other one gets backed in, the second one can kind of be kind of in a half circle here. We would be going to the right. So you'll turn sharply to the right as soon as it opens up, allow the other person to pull out. And once that boat pulls out, the next boat will come down the hill while the other one's getting straightened up, so on and so forth. I believe it was 12 slips, and I think they said they were fully booked, and we only have 17 boats now that we've gotten a couple late registrations. So it shouldn't be too many people launching their boats there. The people that are the ladies that are launching their boats somewhere else. You are allowed to launch somewhere else, especially at this tournament. It's recommended if you're coming from the south side of the lake, you can launch down here at Cow Creek and just come up and over to Bar M Resort. Or you could launch over here at like the dam. Over either side of the dam, there's Moonshine Beach Access, which on Saturday has a fundraiser tournament. I don't believe there's anything going on there Thursday or Friday. So if you're staying in the Branson area for any reason, you can come that way. And then worst case scenario, you can always launch at Kimberling City too and idle around, or, go on pad and run around. Just be careful if you're coming over in the mornings on tournament day, not to be flying, be within the law. Once you launch your boats, ladies that are in the slips, stay in your slips until, we tell you to go ahead and back out. Anybody else that wants to stage right here, kind of in this floating area between the 2 big slips. So if you can kind of stage right here and floating, we're going to do a clockwise idle by. So you're going to come by the edge of this dock. We'll toss you your boat float, and then you'll take a sharp right and go on out. So this pocket will not be off limits during the tournament, except for the actual slip. So the slip, draw, and the ramp. So basically draw a straight line from the ramp out to the edge of the slips, 50 feet, or not 50 feet, but go down the edge of the slips. Don't fish those. Come straight across and then back down this slip there to the shore. That will be the off limits area. And then anything else that's legally marked off limits. So in the state of Missouri, all your commercial marinas are off limits, and that includes the other docks that are not even gas. So like if you go over to the state park, I'll just use the state park for example because I'm launched our tournaments there for high school a lot. All these slips are completely off limits, even around this side. They're all off limits. And they're well posted. They say no fishing within 50 feet or no fishing or whatever, but it's no fishing within 50 feet of commercial or commercial marinas. That being said, there's some solo docks on there. Those are fair game. Unless the Army Corps has marked them off limits, it is fair game. There is a Highway 86 construction site going on down here. So there's like a keep out buoys and stuff like that because they're doing a lot of construction. There is a way to get through there, so you can fish south of 86 Bridge. You are required to idle that area. So anything that's no wake, obviously, you're not allowed to fish. Long Creek Marina is another one that's not allowed to fish. So it's all your big marinas. There's another one way down here on the Arkansas side, Cricket Creek, I believe it's called. Cricket Creek Marina, you're not allowed to fish that. You can fish all the bluff walls and stuff around it, and I think there's some wave breaks out here you can fish, but you cannot fish the actual docks, and it says no fishing within 50 feet, so just don't go inside those docks. That goes for all the commercial marinas on the entire lake. The lake has came up a little bit, and if it rains even more, just beware of floating debris, especially when you're up the river arms or down that Cricket Creek arm. There can get quite a bit of floating debris down there. Hopefully after Wednesday, it's not supposed to rain very much Thursday and Friday on tournament day. Just be careful out there. Like I said, Wednesday night, if everybody would like to get together for dinners, just hot dogs, hamburgers, and chips, and waters and sodas and stuff, we will grab that stuff on the way. I just need to know that you want and what you want, and I will make sure I bring enough for everybody that wants to eat. And that's just optional Q&A session, just in case anybody has any questions. Every lady is fished with us before except for one of our co-anglers, so there shouldn't be too many questions, but if there is any, just let us know. Weigh-ins will be I sent you your flight times out already on the Fishing Chaos app. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that tab. So the flight times have been sent out. Launch time, I put down 6 a.m. It will probably be a little bit closer to 6:15 by the time we're able to send you out, depending on cloud cover, but just please be floating and ready by probably about 5:50 a.m. just in case it is safe enough light to send you all. 5 fish limit, 15-inch minimum. Alabama rig rules in the state of Missouri are 3 hooks. So we're going to go with 3 hooks the entire thing. Even if you cross over the Arkansas side, 3 hooks on the Alabama rig. There is no cap on how many arms or blades and stuff in the state of Missouri, but they do have the 3 hook rule. So if you are running a traditional 5 umbrella rig, you can have 2 dummies on there. Just make sure you only have 3 hooks. We have a few pro anglers that will not have co-anglers one day and not the other day. And then there is one late registration boat that didn't get assigned, or 2 late registration boats that didn't get assigned to co-anglers. So if we don't get a late registration co-angler, we will have to tweak that just a little bit for day 2 to make sure everybody has a co at least one day. Other than that, that's basically it. We are approaching the deadline for Guntersville registration. For the 45-day outline. So if you haven't registered for Guntersville and you're planning on coming to Guntersville, please get your registrations in. Other than that, I feel like it's pretty standard tournament. If anybody has any questions, my number is 913-562-4660. We are going to do a little side pot bonus on this tournament to try to get a few of you ladies that didn't update the leaderboard throughout the day. You will text your fish and your weight. I don't need to know your total fish that you have. I just need to know the current one you caught. So most of you did it right last time. There was a few of you that were combining your fish. I'll do the math, make it quick and simple. We don't want to delay your fishing any more than we have to, but it had a lot of good following, a lot of good feedback. Even Bassmaster reached out to us. So let's continue to try to grow this thing and give the user experience of sitting at home a little bit more to look forward to. Pinky donated a little bit of money to do something with for the ladies, so we appreciate that. And so I figured to do with that money, we would help promote the live streaming action. See you later, man. Sorry, my business partner was leaving the shop. So, but to do a little bit of promotion, we're going to do it. Whoever's leading at 2:00 when I shut off or not 2:00, 1:00. It'd be 1:00 when I shut it down because the weigh-in's a little bit earlier. Whoever's leading at 1:00 when I shut down the live leaderboard will win $25 per day per side. So just a little bit of gas money, a little bit of travel money, reimbursement. So if you catch a fish, you'll hit just say one fish, 2 pounds, one fish, 215, one fish, 3 pounds, whatever it is, and I'll do the math. If you are over on your math, that will be the only reason why you're voided and not involved into the extra bonus. So if you send in roughly 12 pounds of fish and you weigh in 12.8 and you're leading, you win. If you send in 15 pounds of fish and you weigh 12 pounds, we're gonna avoid the side pot there for you, because you not necessarily cheating, because obviously it's not an official weight, but at the same time, it would be fudging your numbers to make you look better. So you can underweigh and underestimate if you want, just don't overweigh. So just a little $25 side pot for who sends in the most entries there, or most weight for entries, not total entries. Your best 5. So I'll say that one more time just because that got a little crazy as I'm talking out loud. So your best 5 fish that are shut off at 1 o'clock on the live leaderboard, as long as you didn't weigh in more, or you know what I'm saying. As long as your weights aren't far off as the way that would be cheating the system, basically. So be $25 each way, both days, pro and co. Thanks to Pinky for the donation there, Charlotte Frazier. So anybody else have any questions? Just reach out, 913-562-4660. This is the first time Bar M's ever hosted a tournament. I understand the ramp's only 1 lane wide, but we figured with less than 30 boats probably going to be a Table Rock, and it ended up being 17, that we'd be able to be a good test for them. I know they were ecstatic with how many people stayed there, and maybe they'll start hosting a few tournaments in the future, especially some smaller stuff like us. So as we grow, we would obviously outgrow that and have to go back to Kimberlink City or the marina and stuff like that if we ever come back to Table Rock Lake. But we wanted to show them how cool hosting a bass tournament could be, especially with the ladies. So anybody has any questions, just like I said, text me 913-562-4660. And that's the same number that you're going to text with your fish. So 1 fish, 2 pounds, 15 ounces, just put 1-2-15. That's all you got to do. I will put it in the system for you. And I kind of, during the day, if we'll kind of play with when I post some certain things. So it creates a little bit of excitement. And that's the whole point of this, is to create a little bit of excitement. So there was a point where Pam Horn took over the lead last time, and then Cindy took over the lead, and then somebody else jumped in front of both of them. And then it just created a little bit more excitement, where at one point, technically that person wasn't even ahead, but we're trying to put a little bit of fun around this. So sometimes I'll delay your fish entry by 15-20 minutes just to create a little bit of excitement for the viewer back home. So don't tell people back home that, but we want to make sure that we're creating some excitement. We had tons of website traffic that day, those 2 days, so it was awesome. Like I said, Bassmaster and a few anglers reached out about Fishing Alabama after they saw the amount of publicity and stuff that we had going on around that event. Appreciate all the YouTubers, Cheryl Bowden, Cindy, Adler Jackson put out some good content. I know Pam records. Carly Jo Previtz trying to record from the back of the boat. So keep it up, ladies, and this thing will start to take off again. So we will see you at Table Rock on Wednesday evening for the optional burgers and hot dogs. Just text me and let me know roughly what you want. I'll pick up brats too if anybody wants brats, and then we'll grill out for you and have a little Q&A and have a few drinks, and also supply water and soda and chips. And if anybody wants to bring beer or whiskey, whatever, just bring it on. We will see you all Wednesday night. Good fishing. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.